Welcome back to Miss B Biology. This is a revision lesson on cell differentiation and cell specialization. So grab your book and grab your pen and let us begin. In this lesson, I will describe cell differentiation and explain how cells become specialized. Plants and animals are multicellular organisms, meaning they're made up of many cells. Most of their cells are called specialized cells. For example, the sperm cells that are responsible for fertilizing the egg, red blood cells that are responsible for transporting oxygen to respiring tissues, and in plants we have the root hair cells that absorbs water and mineral ions from the soil, and the xylem cells found in plants that transport the water with dissolved minerals throughout the plant. Let us begin from the stage of conception to get a better understanding of the terms cell differentiation and cell specialization. So when the sperm cell fuses with the egg cell in a process called fertilization, a single cell is formed called the zygote. The zygote divides by mitosis to form a ball of cells called the embryo. The embryo is made up of undifferentiated cells, also called stem cells. These cells go on to differentiate to form various specialized cells, for example, the nerve cells and muscle cells. So what is differentiation? Differentiation is the process by which cells change to become specialized. How do cells differentiate? They differentiate or change by developing specific structures to carry out a particular job. For example, if this is an undifferentiated animal cell with its cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, and ribosomes, these cells now can differentiate to form specialized cells such as the sperm cell. If you notice, the sperm cell has specific structures to carry out its job. Its job is to move towards the egg and fertilize it. So the sperm cell has a tail that aids in movement. The sperm cell also has this streamlined shape that allows it to travel easily through fluid, right? So this undifferentiated cell can go on to differentiate, change in structure so that the specialized cell can carry out its job. Another way cells can differentiate is by having specific amount of different organelles. There are some cells that have many mitochondria, while there are others that do not have mitochondria. And there are some cells that don't even have a nucleus. And so cells can differentiate by having specific amount of different organelles. When cells change or differentiate, they become specialized. And this is the definition that you need to have for a specialized cell. Specialized cells have specific structures to carry out a particular job. For example, a sperm cell has the job to move towards the egg and fertilize it. So it needs to have specific structures. For example, the tail, the streamlined shape. It needs to have many mitochondria to do its job. Let us use the red blood cell to further explain what is meant by cell differentiation and cell specialization. So on your screen, you're seeing an undifferentiated animal cell made up of cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. This cell can go on to differentiate or change so that it becomes specialized. So in this new cell, we're seeing no nucleus. No nucleus in the red blood cell is important because it provides more space for hemoglobin so that more oxygen can bind. The cell can go on to further differentiate or change, for example, change in the shape. The shape is now a biconcave disc shape, and this allows for an increase in surface area so more hemoglobin can be present. All of these changes allows for the red blood cell to carry out its job, which is to transport quite a bit of oxygen around the body to respiring tissues. Here is a reminder of the two definitions that you need to know. Cell differentiation is the process by which cells change to become specialized. And cell specialization is when cells have specific structures to carry out a particular job. Thank you so much for watching and all the best in your exams. Bye bye.